So in Borderlands 4, picking your main character to start with is going to be a very important choice. So we have got Vex, we have Amon, we have Rafa, and we have Harlow. Now all of these are going to have different elemental abilities and different things that you can obviously do. So obviously with Vex, growing up alone on the end of the 6 galaxies, she wished she could be anyone else. Now that her siren powers have awakened, she never has to be alone. Kinetic energy obviously has all of the abilities there, and as you can see we can click on the view. We will obviously have got her abilities to basically be almost like a necromancer sort of thing, where you basically can bring in people, or at least allies, to be able to attack as well. We've got a few action skills, as you can see, going across, and most definitely she's going to be one of the ones that I can imagine being a main sort of character in this. We then have a look at Amon, again looking at very tank ability. He gains a forge skill dependent on his equipped action skill. Forge skills can be activated by pressing LB, and you can kind of see again some of the moves. He equips a forge shield to absorb incoming damage. He obviously then has the ability to have axes explode when detonated, and then his rocket punch as well. Very much kind of label him as a massive tank. Obviously having the ability of fire and also cryo. Then if we have a look at Rafa, probably going to be one of the main characters of, obviously, I mean, it's kind of a given really with him. He is an XO soldier sort of build. He then has the ability for Peacebreaker cannons, so, I mean, that kind of says itself. He has the arc knives that you can obviously use in melee, and then he has the lance as well, which is good for the longer range. So he, again, is going to be probably the most played, I can imagine. Rafa goes into overdrive when he uses his action skill, gaining increased damage dealt and movement speed for a duration. That's going to be one of the more favored, I can imagine. But then we don't discount Harlow. Again, coming in with the driven, eternal need for knowledge. Harlow invents the impossible and usually shoots things with it. Cryo and radiation is the main elemental affinities. We then have the ability of 0 point, which is going to be basically lifting people up for a duration of time and being able to slam down. We then have the energy pocket that deals damage to enemies it passes through and can be manually exploded, so it's kind of more on the longer range, kind of more gunfire slash abilities that stop people engaging with you. So if I was to pick between them, I think what I personally would go with, and it's kind of depend on what you want to play, I believe I would go Rafa first, just as a generic answer, and I think a lot of people are going to be around that sort of ability. I'd be then looking at Vex as my second choice, and remember, you can play through the game more than once. Amon would be an interesting one. As a tank sort of build, I'd be interested to go through as a third time, and I think Harlow would necessarily be my last choice, but I would like to definitely have a go with each character. So let me know who you're going with, who's your most exciting, and I'll catch you all for that next one.